Republicans not happy with Speaker Paul Ryan over the next budget. They say we need more spending restrictions or spending cuts. Congressman Louie Gohmert, Republican from Texas, is with me. Congressman, are you at it again? Are you upsetting Speaker Paul Ryan, a Republican, and saying, hey, you're not conservative enough, I'm going to shut down this government, I'm not going to let this budget pass, we need more spending cuts? Are you doing that again, Congressman?
Well, I guess I am, but the difference with Paul is he doesn't call me names in response to like previously. But, oh, by the way, I got to say, I listened to your prior story. I think it's marvelous. George saying, look, I've been to very dangerous situations in the world, and now I want all those dangerous situations to come to America to force them on all Americans, basically, is the way I interpret what he was saying.
I'm glad you got into this because I think what you're talking about is one of the most important stories of the day. I'm going to get to the budget in a moment, but here you've got Europe literally cracking up because of the migrant crisis. This is a very big deal.
It is a huge deal, and when you have all of our top law enforcement people saying, well, especially FBI Director Comey saying, we're going to vet them, but we have no information to vet them with. We have no idea who's going to be coming in. Then that's why it's really not a joke when I say what Clooney's advocating is that we force this massively dangerous situation on all Americans when you have ISIS saying we're getting our most radical warriors into the United States by the way, look, as refugees.
I don't know whether you watched the show earlier, but we did report that the CIA director himself, Mr. Brennan, has said that ISIS has made and has used mustard gas. And the director of intelligence, Mr. Clapper, says they've made it, they've used it, and they want to get it into Europe. That was a development this morning or late last night.
Well, I'd heard a rumor that back during the Bush administration, when somebody said if you were a radical trying to get a nuclear weapon into America, how would you try to do it? And somebody said, well, I'd stick it into one of the bales of marijuana coming across our southern border.
You're terrible.
But it's a problem keeping ourselves safe. And the last thing we need to do is and I mentioned last year, but the Border Patrol told me late one night when I was down there on the border with them that actually the drug cartels, the gangs in Mexico, to the Department of Homeland Security as logistics because they've seen the commercial where one of the carriers said, you just get it to us, you let us be your logistics. They say all we have to do, get them to the border, and then Homeland Security is logistics to ship these folks all over the country. That's what's been going on, Stuart, and it's very dangerous. And as far as the budget, you cannot control the budget when you're bringing masses of people in here that are going to increase the crime, increase the defense spending, increase, as you've seen, Obamacare expenditures, $750 million for people coming in illegally. This has got to stop. And one of the things I told our leadership, look, you keep using graphs from the last couple or 3 years or so, you need to go back to 2007 and 8, when in 2009, the Obama and the Democrats took us from around 2.4, 2.5 spending to $4 trillion. Let's don't forget that, Stuart.
You know, I thought you were out in the cold on this budget issue and the spending issue, but you're right back into the center of the debate now that the election campaign is proceeding and Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are doing so well. Louie, I'm terribly sorry. I've got no more time left. But you made your point. Several of them. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.